Alrighty, welcome back. Here we are, the third and final Stupid Tyranitar nickname. This time it is Tarlet's Web against Villain of ADV. Again, don't know who either guy actually is, but one of them has a stupid name and one doesn't, so I'm rooting for Villain of ADV. Here we go. Tarlet's Web on the bottom with a lead Celebi, which almost universally means that it has some kind of boost move, whether it's Swords Dance, Substitute, Calm Mind, whatever it is, and Baton Pass. Lead Heracross from Villain of ADV, immediate Focus Punch that's going to be met by Salamence, which of course resists it and has the Intimidate ability. An offensive Coon that does not, in fact, have Rest. Good double switch there for Villain of ADV, getting Heracross back in on the Celebi. It's going to be met by Salamence once again, and it's a good prediction here as well. He's going to get him with Rock Slide, so a couple of nice early game plays topside for Villain of ADV. He's going to outspeed the Mence, which showed itself to be probably a Wish Mence, right, because it is Toxic, and he's going to go for the Rock Slide, fishing for the crit or the flinch. He gets neither, and at this point, on the obvious Protect turn, he's going to go to his own Salamence, and it is in fact Protect from the bottom side Salamence of Tarlet's Web, and he's going to receive his own Wish. Magneton comes in. A lot of good switching here for Villain of ADV. That would, in fact, catch a Skarmory a lot of the time. I don't know that Tarlet's Web's team is going to have it, but good plays. I definitely like the things that Villain of ADV is doing so far. And he's going to sub here after getting a power on Celebi that may or may not have mattered as far as Magneton being faster. Probably Celebi was faster than the Magneton before that, since it is a baton passer. But he just goes for Thunderbolt again. He doesn't seem to have a super effective hidden power. Maybe he'll switch it up this turn. He could just be HP Grass, but if he has Fire or Ice, he could go for it. He pulls back, though, from behind a sub, so you've got to think that he's HP Grass there and that he just couldn't touch the Celebi at all. Maybe he's sub-Toxic Thunderbolt HP Grass. That set would make sense to me. So in that sense, the Paralysis was almost unlucky because then he couldn't Toxic him anymore. Gengar switches into Hidden Power, and that's not a Mixed Mence, that's just HP Flying. It's going to chunk him for 65% on the way in. Here comes Lax as the response. Will-O-Wisp going to unluckily miss. That was a bad turn for Tarlet's Web. Good play, but bad variance. And Kingdra is the last poke for Villain of ADV. That's going to get burned on the way in. And we'll see where he goes from here. He's going to go to 88% after the burn, obviously. And Celebi is going to be the response. But another good switch for Villain of ADV. Again, anticipating exactly what Tarlet's Web is going to do. This time he switches it up to Focus Punch. However, that is not the right play. I don't know that I like the Focus Punch there. The Salamence or the Gengar coming in would blank that. He gets bailed out there by a critical hit, but I don't think Focus Punch was the play. I think Rock Slide is better, but like I said, he gets bailed out there by a crit, which is quite relevant, and that's going to take out the Salamence. So pretty lucky for Villain of ADV. Nevertheless, Tarlet's Web with a Fortress here. He's got a layer of spikes. There's an Earthquake thinking Magneton would come in. It didn't. I don't know that Magneton is going to come in here because I don't think it's an HP Fire Magneton. Like I said, I think based on the interaction earlier against the Celebi, I actually think the Mag has HP Grass. So I don't think Mag coming into Fori was realistic there because he couldn't kill it with Thunderbolt because he doesn't have HP Fire. And there's Hidden Power, Grass to take out Kingdra, leaving us in a 5-5 situation. 2 unrevealed bottom side for Tarlet's Web. Salamence we know is physical. Hidden Power Flying, definitely a threat here. And, well, it is our second appearance of Steelix on the evening. Not a poke that we see every day, but we see it twice today, evidently. And Earthquake there for Villain of ADV. Again, just a very good prediction. This guy has made a lot of good plays. So Heracross here is going to get hit by the Toxic. That might be a good thing. It might get him a Guts boost. He's going to go for Mega Horn here, which is going to be scouted by Steelix via Protect. See if he wants to stick around. He's willing to take the Mega Horn, 35%, and the retaliation is going to be Earthquake, 23%. Heracross not winning this 1v1. He's Toxic. The Steelix has Protect. He's going to have to switch here, and he does. Here comes Salamence for the Intimidate, and it's going to be a failed Protect turn for Tarlet's Web. Earthquake here, not lethal, but the Salamence safe from anything other than Boom. He's going to go for the DD, and he's going to be met swiftly with Toxic. So the tide's starting to turn. Despite a number of good plays made by Villain of ADV topside, Tarlet's Web starting to eke out some advantages in this late game. Roar here is going to negate the boosting of the Salamence. Lax here could kill. I don't know who's faster between those two fat, slow tubs, but neither one is comfortable with it, and they get out of the way. We end up with Heracross on Celebi here, and Heracross has a great opportunity, possibly his last opportunity, to do some damage here. And it is, in fact, Megahorn, but the fact that there is no sand in play turns out to be crucial. Had there been sand, Gengar would be dead there, but there's not, so he's not. And Villain of ADV falls behind. Steelix comes in, and it's going to be Curse from Lax. This is a wonderful opportunity for the Steelix to boom, for the Steelix to roar, whatever it is he feels he needs to do. Body Slam going to be the play, 14% end power, but he's going to get himself roared out through the para, and that's going to end up with a Magneton, which does trap the Steelix here, and any hidden power will be good enough. Even Grass, which is what I think he has, yep. That's going to get him neutrally. It'll be enough. And we've got ourselves a 4-4 situation. Still the last poke for Tarlet's Web unrevealed. Leech Seed and probably Toxic. Yep, called the set on the Magneton. Subtoxic, Thunderbolt, HP Grass. Celebi gets the Leech Seed off. Neither one of these guys probably too happy. They probably both have inclination to switch here. I don't like the Calm Mind for Tarlet's Web because Salamence is just going to click HP Flying here. And Tarlet's Web does not have a good switch, and he doesn't really want to stay in. I mean, is this really worth it just to pass one Calm Mind boost? He doesn't even have that. He just goes for Leech Seed. That seems real bad. I really do not understand that Calm Mind play, but Celebi on the ropes here. Magneton comes in thinking that Steelix is going to come in, and he's right. And by Steelix, I meant Fortress. Steelix is dead, but the Steel Pokemon. But like I said, he doesn't have HP Fire, so we can't actually get him here. He's going to Thunderbolt him anyway, but he's going to be met by the obvious Earthquake Retaliation. Mag goes down, but that weakens the Steelix, so everything is really low. Celebi 16, Gengar 9, Fortress 19. Everything very, very low for Tarlet's Web, other than the one poke that we don't know of in the back. Here it is. It's Tyranitar and Hidden Power there, which, I mean, why wouldn't you without knowing the last poke? So Hidden Power is going to be resisted by the Rock-type Tyranitar. Going to switch it up to Earthquake. Wow, another relevant critical hit. There have been some one-sided hacks in this one. Villain of ADV has caught some relevant breaks in this game, no doubt about it. He is going to get himself back into a 3-3 position, but like I said, absolutely everything remaining for Tarlet's Web is not in good shape. Here comes Lax coming into an Ice Punch. Honestly, Tarlet's Web deserves the freeze there, but he doesn't get it. Maybe he gets it now. Here comes Fortress. Lax is going to start boosting up, and man, is it going to be difficult to stop. Maybe you needed Will-O-Wisp there, and then a crit, or maybe you had to fish for a freeze. I don't know, but the Lax is going to be real difficult to stop now. Going to go for Body Slam. Does not find the para. Fori better boom if he has it. Does Villain of ADV play around that? Oh, he doesn't play around it, but he doesn't seem to have it. Earthquake and Rest, respectively, and Lax is going to be a real problem. He's going to wake up with Chesto Berry here, which explains why he hasn't been getting lefties this whole time. That's pretty janky, but it might get it done in this situation. Earthquake and Curse, respectively. Yeah, it's not looking good for Tarlet's Web. The Chesto actually was relevant here because it prevented the Celebi from coming in and just leech seeding this Lax to deal with it. There's Body Slam. Man, Fori not having Boom is really biting him here. He must have HP Bug as his last move, or I guess HP Fire, but man, oh man, does he wish he had Boom in this game. He does not, and he is in trouble. He's going to go to Celebi here. I'm surprised he didn't go to Gengar and fish for the freeze, but I guess the plan is to Leech Seed here and try to clean the game with Gengar. I do not understand the point of Recover here. You're begging for a crit or a para. Yep, there's the para. You're screwed. I do not understand the Recover. Only play there if you're doing this is to either fish for a crit or go for a Leech Seed. He's going to go for it anyway through the para. Body Slam takes him out. Gengar actually does have a shot in hell here. It can outspeed and one-hit KO the Mence. It can one-hit KO the Coon after the spike with a critical hit, but he would need a critical hit, and he can maybe with the right roll, or again, with a crit, get the Lax. I'm surprised Lax switches out. That seems bad. Lax is now dead when it comes in on a spike and a Thunderbolt. So now all that needs to happen is a Thunderbolt critical hit or a para full para for Tarlet's Web to steal this late game. Can he get the hacks that he needs? There's the Thunderbolt. Looks like a crit would not have even been enough, so we would have needed para full para. Highly unlikely that that happens. It doesn't. There's the Surf. There's the knockout. Oh, man. Villain of ADV. That's, I believe that is that Tool J Feats kid. He's totally, there's so much talk at the end of this game, and the dude is just being a complete douchebag and just all sorts of smack talk and crying and just being a total dick. Obviously a good player, but just a massive troll. Like I said, I recognize this team. I knew relatively early on who this is. I want to be objective. Like, I hesitate to praise this guy because he's not someone that I really want to promote. He's a total jerk and he's total cancer, but he is a reasonably good player and he did make some pretty good plays in this game. But man, I mean, he also caught the better end of the luck for sure. Tarlet's Web, whoever this is obviously not a moron. He was coming into this at 1569, which I don't know what it was at the time of this game, which was played like a month ago. But I would imagine that's like in the vicinity of top 10-ish of ADV ladder. It's a very high score as far as that is concerned. But man, this is I'm not going to even read the stuff that's being said. It just like I don't get why people get so mad on ladder, and I don't get why people act like douchebags. But this guy in general, villain of ADV, J Feats kid, this is the first and last time that he's going to be on my YouTube. I wouldn't have even if I knew before the game that it was him, I wouldn't have even narrated this game. But he's a jerk, and I'm not going to promote him. End of story. Nevertheless, these stupid T-Tar nicknames with a 1-2 record. See, clearly this is definitive proof they are bad. Clearly people should stop using them. End of story. No more bad Tar nicknames. The end.